If you're someone who watches a lot of TV shows, then TV Time is definitely the application for you. With this app, you can create your own TV show calendar for the shows of your own choosing, you can set up reminders and notifications for when shows are live, and you can easily keep track of shows that you're currently watching. The app is also a community, so when you're done watching an episode, you can check out to see what other people are saying about that episode, some of which are video reactions. Check it out in the description below. Hey, what's good guys, it's Zach. Hope you all are doing well. Welcome back to another episode of Best Android Apps. As always, application links are listed down below in the description, so make sure you check them out. Alright, let's get started. First app on hand is the EON MUSIC PLAYER. Now there are loads of great music players in the Play Store, but ever since having switched to Spotify a few years ago, the need for these applications just faded for me. But EON Player did catch my eye, so I wanted to share it with you guys. It's got a super clean look, it's super customizable, it's got Chromecast support, it's got home screen widgets in 12 different sizes, there's a 5-band equalizer, and a lot more. It's a straightforward app, but it has pretty much everything you need and then some in terms of functionality. If you're a customization freak like I am, this is the perfect music player because you can really make it look and operate the way you want it to. Try it out. Next up, we've got Wordly. So you guys know I enjoy a good vocabulary app, and this one here is one of the best options out there. Starting off with the UI, it's bright, it's colorful, it's clean, and very easy to navigate. It's got word lists, which is pretty much a collection of specifically designed lists of words in alphabetical fashion. It's got a genre section to help you better find particular types of words. There are flashcards which aim to help you learn words quickly and strengthen your retention of them. You can bookmark words to better keep track of them. And there's also a word of the day feature you can set to send you notifications with new words to learn on a daily basis. Overall, this is a super useful application. It's put together very nicely, and I definitely think you should give it a shot. Third app on the list is ANOTHER WIDGET. This one looks to emulate that widget we see on the Google Pixel 2's setup, and it does just that. Well, sorta. As of the recording of this video, it's pretty buggy to where the weather won't show up sometimes or certain calendar events are nowhere to be found, but the reason why I did include this application is because it is very heavily supported. It'll continue to get updated, and I'm sure it'll work much better very soon. In the few days that I've had it installed, it's already seen a small handful of updates. So if you're looking to get a little taste of the Pixel 2 setup, give this one a download. Next up, we've got Paper Planes. This here is a super chill game with a very straightforward concept. Just keep the plane up and flying through the dotted lines to advance, and do your best to avoid hitting those dots at the ends. The further you go, the more challenging things will get with things like moving goals, but that's pretty much it. The game has solid physics and quite the relaxing soundtrack. Check it out. Halfway down the list, we've got Battery Meter Overlay. It's pretty self-explanatory. This basically displays your battery percentage in the middle of the top of your display. Jumping into the application itself, this is where you can change the look of it so it'll appear the way you want it to. You can change the colors, you can change the shapes and the themes, and the great thing about this is that it actually looks natural. It doesn't look like it's been plastered up top there. It really looks like it's become part of the top of the screen. It blends in nicely. It works great, it looks pretty cool, and I think you guys would get a kick out of this one. At app number 6, we've got Notin. Yet another very simple application, and with this one, you can quickly jot down a note or a reminder, and it'll instantly get tossed up into your notification shade. That's it. Yes, that's it. It helps you stay efficient, it works nicely, and it gets the job done. Next up on hand is Material Notification Shade. This essentially gives your notification shade the look and feel of what we find on something like the Pixel running Oreo. In the application itself, you'll find all of the customization settings. You can change the panel theme, the theme of the actual notifications themselves, and you can even change the color of the brightness slider. Now there are some settings that do require an in-app purchase, but the free version does give you a decent amount of changes that you can make. So if you want to add some more material design to your phone's user interface, then go ahead and give this app a shot. Nearing the end of the list, we've got PICTURETHIS. Basically what we've got here is a plant identifier. All you have to do is open up the app, point the camera at a plant, snap a shot, the app's artificial intelligence will analyze it, and it'll give you the results based on what it sees. Now, I'm no plant expert, but from what I can tell, it does a pretty accurate job. The app itself is easy to use, it's got a clean UI, and there's even a section dedicated to wallpapers that you can download and apply to your home screen. Overall, this is a bit of a different app, but I think it's pretty neat. Second to last, we've got the MAGIC Particles Live Wallpaper. Now I talked about this in a previous video, and if you guys like live walls, you have to try this one out. It's pretty slick. First off, the wall itself is incredibly smooth. It looks great with all of these colorful particles, and it also reacts to your touch. Now in the application, it kind of turns itself into a relaxation app where you can just mess around with the particles all you want, accompanied by a chill piano soundtrack. Hitting the settings icon will bring you here where you can adjust the particle size and tail, change the music up if you'd like, and it's also where you can enable an additional particle style, but for a fee. Overall, this is one of the best live wallpapers I've come across, and it is an instant recommend on my end. Last but not least, we've got Unit Converter. Now I'm sure I've talked about a lot of these in these videos, but what sets this one apart is whatever you want to convert will instantly be displayed in all other applicable units. So for example, if you wanted to convert 638 joules to gram calories, you can do that, but at the same time, it'll also show you what that amount would be in different units, which I think is pretty cool. The app itself is clean, light, and simple, and I think this could be a pretty handy app to have on hand. Well, that does it for this month's best Android apps. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That does it for me. I'll talk to you guys in the next video, and thank you so much for watching.